Now we're going to go over the semi-sextile, the sextile of Virgo and Capricorn. So the semi-sextile is not so much of a problem, but there could be some compatibility here. So we'll go over Capricorn nature of this sextile. Fixed water and cardinal earth, compatible, could be compatible. Compatible element because it's water and earth, but it could also be complementary or sometimes in conflict. Scorpio is passive and they have a tendency toward privacy, which Capricorns can relate to, as Capricorns are reserved and seeming somewhat detached. There is no need for Scorpio to make demands of Capricorn because it's enough that they are there. With qualities they tend to exhibit, which is steadfastness, solidity, predictability. Scorpio likes that. Capricorn is a good container for Scorpio. So Capricorn gives Scorpio steadfastness and assurance. The deep inner self of Scorpio, whenever in turmoil, can feel sheltered and protected by Capricorn. Capricorn enables Scorpio to express themselves, their deep emotional need without fear of exposure, because Capricorn in itself is also a little bit private, just like Scorpio. Scorpio feels very safe and sheltered with Capricorn, but sometimes Capricorn may not understand the emotional depth of Scorpio. But still, even though Capricorn does not understand Scorpio's emotional depth, it's not necessary for the both of them, because Scorpio, like Capricorn, doesn't care if Scorpio shares their emotions or not, and Scorpio is content with being by themselves and sharing, just keeping themselves secret. But there is a unconditional acceptance of Scorpio with Capricorn. Capricorn feels pride and satisfaction, Scorpio, and Scorpio will passively accept Capricorn because, again, Capricorn is private. So when they share their emotions, Scorpio does not feel that their emotions are going to be stifled, or Capricorn is going to, react in a negative way to their emotions. Capricorn is going to conceal their emotions. Scorpio, again, passively accepts the offerings of Capricorn, and Capricorn vicariously experience deep emotions, as Capricorn itself is not able to feel deep emotions, intense emotions, because they have a wall against irrationality, and that's Capricorn's natural defense. So they don't want to get irrational. They project their emotions and utilize Scorpio as their well of emotions. Capricorn is capable of containing Scorpio's raw emotions, preventing them from escaping. Capricorn is a good container wall towards emotional experience. They have a wall of safety within which Scorpio can dwell emotionally without fear of exposure or invasion of privacy. Capricorn is a good container for Scorpio. If you're a Capricorn, your scorpionic nature, because you're also private, you don't let a lot of things out. You don't let a lot of people really into your inner world. Scorpio is going to feel safe. We have Virgo, which is mutable earth, with mutable and fixed is kind of opposition in a way. Mutable Virgo, earth with fixed water, Scorpio. They have some compatibility because of water, but generally difficult coexisting. Virgo can assist in bringing into consciousness and understanding Scorpio's emotions and unconscious content. So Virgo is great at analyzing, right? So Virgo can analyze Scorpio's emotional content and bring them to consciousness. Scorpio's emotions, because Virgo is analytical, or they have an analytical framework, or they'll use analytical frameworks such as myth, which I like to use, symbols, symbol construction and manipulation, or psychoanalysis. Those are some key tools that Virgo can use to kind of understand Scorpio. Virgo is a vehicle for Scorpio, which will give Scorpio a greater self-understanding, because Virgo can organize and process content and gain greater self-understanding, or give Scorpio greater self-understanding. What Virgo can do is to objectify Scorpio's subconscious or emotional content in order for Scorpio to fully integrate that content, which is just to recognize patterns. Which is to recognize patterns. So Virgo recognize patterns and can bring those to consciousness. So bringing Scorpio's emotions to consciousness, Scorpio could see them and you could analyze them. There's a benefit for Virgo and Scorpio, an assistance between Virgo and Scorpio, but the conflict is when Scorpio feels not understood or misunderstood by Virgo. So sometimes Virgo could think that they're using the tools that they have at hand to understand Scorpio's deep nature, but sometimes that could not be the case, and Scorpio feels not understood by Virgo. There's a thread here with these two, but Virgo is good for Scorpio, so you can use your Virgo nature to understand, which is understanding patterns, to get to understand the Scorpio nature. The semi-sextile Sagittarius, and Libra. So we're gonna do Sagittarius first. Fixed water and mutable fire, incompatible. They're kind of destructive to each other. Water puts out fire, fire boils water. Fixed and mutable, their polarity. There could be discord. Sagittarius could bring to light the dark hidden things of Scorpio, which Scorpio is not gonna like, because Scorpio likes to keep their emotions hidden. They're private, they're secretive, and this is where the conflict is going to come in between these two. Sagittarius like to explore the inner workings of Scorpio. Sagittarius is going to view this as a mystery and want to understand, so they can fit, the emotionality of Scorpio into their world or into their worldview. Scorpio is going to feel like this is an intrusion. Scorpio is going to resist Sagittarius' attempt to find out what makes them tick, because Scorpio gets security from having secrecy. They like to have control, and they like to have control over their emotions. They're not going to want others to understand what makes them tick. So if you understand what makes them tick, then you probably could trigger them. And Scorpio is not going to like that. But it's a part of Sagittarius' nature to hold a light up, because Sagittarius is fire, to shine a light on what is in the darkness. Sagittarius is going to want to, and Sagittarius is also expansive. The further you run, the more they're going to run after you with a light, trying to shine a light on the hidden aspect of Scorpio. So with that, Scorpio will shut down or shut out or actively rebuff, and they'll feel uncomfortable with Sagittarius. This is usually kind of like a patient therapist relationship. Analogy for that will be like going down a dark hole, and the dark hole or dark ground walled in by Scorpio, and Scorpio is going to see Sagittarius as a threat or problematic. They will try to control their energy in order to limit its effect. They're going to try to control Sagittarius energy in order to limit the effect that it has on them. And Sagittarius is going to react with fueling up their energy in order to burn more brightly, because that's Sagittarius. They want to see what's happening. And Scorpio will feel even more threatened. There will be power struggles. Scorpio is going to fight for control, and Sagittarius is going to fight to preserve their freedom. And fire sign, the air and the fire sign, whatever Scorpio reacts to these two is to preserve their freedom. Sagittarius can become judgmental, which is going to be offensive to Scorpio, and that offense is going to deepen Scorpio's fear, and there will be mistrust, which is going to be infused in these two relationships. Two, Scorpio and Sagittarius is to come to an understanding of each other and to probably integrate each other's element, which is fire, again, maybe similar to Leo, which is maybe for Scorpio also to understand the deeper part of their emotional nature, and maybe also for Sagittarius to kind of, back off and not be so inclined to want to go deep within. But it is a therapist-patient relationship these two have. In this case, the Sagittarius in you is going to want to understand the deeper aspects